Welcome back, everybody. We have Luke's custom Minimate, his subscription, monthly subscription. This one's for the month of March, and he continues on with another one of my favorite, most wanted figures that we've never got. And this one, of course, is Black Tom Cassidy. He's kind of juggernaut sidekick. I've been waiting forever just to for DST to make one of him, make a figure of him, and we've just never got him. So it's awesome that Luke finally made him, and we have him for some pictures. I'm extremely excited because mostly where I first was introduced to Black Tom was the Deadpool limited series when Deadpool first became a thing. I'm not really that big of a fan of current Deadpool, but the 90s limited series that he had, there's two of them, and one had Black Tom and Juggernaut. It was a lot of fun. But this is the classic original look of Black Tom, which is also great from the Uncanny X-Men in the early 100s when he first appeared. And Luke, like I said, Luke did a great job with this one. He looks exactly like he does in the comic. Actually, that collar that he has on, Luke did an instructional. It's on the Minimate Factory website. It's just minimatefactory.com. Check it out. He'll show you how to make one of those. Yeah, great figure. He comes with this backdrop that is, it's like this home castle. It's a stone background. It'll be great for display purposes. Not really anything you can use applicably for pictures or anything, the articulated comic book pictures I do, but it'll look great on a shelf. So Luke also included his staff. He has a wood staff that, gives off energy blasts. He also included an extra set of hands. One of the craziest things about Black Tom is he eventually gets some disease that turns him to wood, and he gets these claw-like hands. Now, the thing is, I don't want to, I'm not going to use these hands, probably. They're a great addition. I'm glad he gave them to us. I'm sure a lot of people get use out of them, but I went and he actually gave us an extra head, too, with this figure, with his face turning to wood, which is a great addition also to this set. I'm extremely happy he did that. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have done anything about it. But instead of taking the head and changing it out with this figure and possibly damaging the look of the figure, because these are stickers on his chest and his face, and when you pull heads off, there's a tiny chance you could possibly damage those. So instead of doing that, I decided to take the head and make a full 90s Black Tom Cassidy custom. So I'll show it to you guys right now. The only thing that was included with this figure is the head, and that's it right there. Yeah, his hair, looks like his hairpiece kind of slid down a little bit when I popped his head on there. Pull that up just a tad bit here. But, yeah, so he's got this disease that's turning him to wood. And in the comics, he has a red belt, which that is the hip piece is from Ant-Man, one of the Ant-Mans, actually. And then I took some black legs, which is accurate to the comics, and a white shirt. I do need to get some cuff pieces, which I believe I have, that are red for the hands, but if you look at his hands, those are also turning to wood. And I just took hands from, what's his name, Groot. I'm not sure if I have an extra Groot, but if I don't, I'm going to have to pick one up tomorrow at Walgreens. I believe my Walgreens has one, or I'll get one somewhere. But Groot hands, and then basically once I get the cuffs changed out, I have a pretty 90s accurate, comic accurate Black Tom Cassidy from that era. You notice the facial hair changes too. That's pretty much straight out of that comic. So it's pretty awesome to have that. But anyways, thank you, Luke. Another great addition to the collection of a much wanted X-Men villain. It's one thing I feel, I feel like we're always short on all the villains, but and I understand why. They got to make their heroes because that's what sells the best. But God, I would love more X-Men villains, especially. So anyways, I do have a fun giant size X-Men team set up in the background, and you can just barely see Juggernaut back there, but let's get our picture set up for them. So here's my first setup. This is just a simple setup, just to show off the figure. And before I said, you know, Black Tom is Juggernaut's sidekick, it's actually pretty much the other way around. It always feels like. It always seems like Juggernaut is his sidekick. He's the brains of the operation, and Juggernaut is the brawn. But, you know, he's from Ireland. He has the whole castle thing going on, and this, of course, is just kind of a play on that. I got these fake little shrubs here I got that fell off the trees I buy at hobby stores and stuff. And then I made this entranceway. This little pathway here actually came from Michael's. They come up in a rolled up, you know, they come all rolled up and you roll them out, and it's like a stone pathway, so it works very well. But yeah, that archway I made myself. I think I made a video of that possibly. This one is one of the earliest. This is the very first dio I made a couple of years ago, just to get the background filled in with brick. But this was my first shot, and now let's go to the second shot. So here's the next shot that I planned. I figured I may as well do something with the custom Black Tom, the extra part on the Groot hands. As I said before at the beginning of the video, my first introduction to Black Tom was really in the Deadpool limited series, where Juggernaut and Black Tom are trying to get Deadpool and his healing factor to cure Black Tom from his disease. It's turning him into a tree. And I'll probably make some joke about how dumb it is that a guy's turning into a tree. I do remember an old Wizard magazine reading it, and they talked about the top 10 dumbest superpowers ever, and Black Tom was actually on there for being one of the dumbest characters just because he was turning into a tree, which visually it's actually pretty amazing in the comics. If you look it up or have the comics, it's pretty good stuff. But you know, it's something that that's always stuck with me over the years. So anyways, yeah, this is probably the two shots I'll do for now, is one of this figure and then one of the other. You know, the one that you saw a minute ago. But I just because you know, it's kind of my thing, I had to do a shot of this from that limited series. So anyways, thanks for checking out the video. Hey, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. You know, thanks for viewing and everything, and we'll see you guys at the next video.